I don't need to. I have me. I've got 70% of battery power, so I can film this from over here. Don't need to film it from the kitchen where the phone's plugged into the wall. Change the direction and filming him. Right. This is the front cover of the Celestial Toyroom for issue for 549 of Celestial Toyroom magazine, which is the official magazine of the Doctor Appreciation Society. And as of next year, this magazine is going to be a quarterly online magazine. But those who want their own personal copy of it will still, at the moment, it's not an online magazine. It's only available in paperback. There is an online magazine on the Doctor Appreciation Society called Cosmic Mask, and I've had two articles published in the latest edition of it. And I'm going to get an article published in the next edition of this Celestial Toyroom, but I'm going to do a review of that issue as well. But those who still want it as a paperback can pay for it, because you have to pay through. I'm not saying you have to pay through the nose, but you have to pay for it. But you have to pay for it. But I don't really know. I don't really know if I'm. I think I'm just going to take a look at it as a free online magazine, really, rather than. I think I'm going to be glad that I won't be paying for it anymore, because I'm an old skinflint. But you can see how colourful the front cover is, can't you? There's the latest Doctor, Shooty Gatwa. You don't pronounce it. I used to think maybe you pronounced his name Nakuti, but it's actually come from the camel's mouth. He actually pronounces his name as Shooty, because it's an African name. It's spelled Ncut, but it's pronounced Shooty. And he's the latest Doctor. There's Millie Gibson, who plays Ruby Sunday, his assistant who's left him in the latest episode, and that's the Maestro, who's the daughter of the toy maker, or whatever his name is. Let's have a look at the back of it. There's Colin Baker, the Sixth Doctor. I've seen him live in Great Expectations. That's Davros, who's one of the Daleks. I don't know who the other three are. There's a Dalek there. There's a I am a Dalek, exterminate. But what we really want to study is the actual contents of it, don't we? Because this is a review. Celestial logo card credit, Albert Smith. Masthead credit, Paul Pickford. Celestial Toyroom in memoriam. As this issue of CT was going to print, we learned of the sad news that William Russell Enoch had died. There'll be more tributes next time, but for now, the editor has penned a short obituary. I'll read this. Ian Chesterton once remarked that time doesn't go round in circles. While his character may not have believed in the circularity of things, Doctor Who was a recurrent theme in the life of William Russell Enoch, who has passed away aged 99. What Doctor Who will go on to make household names of its stars? Russell was already well known for his title role in The Adventures of Sir Lancelot. However, it is for his role as one of Doctor Who's first protagonists that he will mostly be remembered. Before the first Doctor steps onto the scene, the first episode of an unearthly child is Ian and Barbara's adventure as they try to solve a mystery of Susan Foreman. Neither could predict that they would both be whisked away in time and space, just as the stars of a show couldn't have predicted the extraordinary success of Doctor Who. Although he would leave the series at the climax of a chase, going on to perform in everything from Superman to Shakespeare, Russell would return to the role a number of times. While an intended return in Mordred Undead never came to pass, he recorded links for the home releases of The Crusader in character of Syrian Chesterton, as well as recording numerous big finish stories. To cap it off, his surprise return in The Power of the Doctor helped bring Doctor Who full circle at the end of the 13th Doctor's era. I had the privilege of meeting Russell just once. I travelled a long way to meet him at a convention, hoping it wouldn't be a repeat of a previous experience where he had been unable to get through snow to an event. Fortunately, he made it, and I got the opportunity to talk with an icon of Doctor Who. He was warm and kind, and even if he didn't know about the resurgence of London 1965 following its elevation to legendary status, while Doctor Who was streaming on Twitch, he was more than happy to talk about it. Several years later, it was a delight to see him return to the role of Ian, however, briefly, in The Power of the Doctor. William Russell Enoch passed away on 3rd of June 2024. And was much missed by his family, friends and fans. May he rest in peace. I've already done a tribute to him, haven't I? But for those who don't really understand what's being talked about here, he was the actor who played Ian Chesterton, and Ian Chesterton was one of two teachers who decided to investigate a mysterious pupil at their school called Susan Foreman. Unbeknown to them, she was the Doctor's granddaughter who was staying in a TARDIS in his TARDIS in a junkyard. They followed this girl home, and they found her standing outside the junkyard. And he suggests she is 15. She might be beating a boy. Haven't you thought of that? And the female teacher, what's the female teacher's name? Barbara. But Barbara, the female teacher's name is Barbara, but I don't know what the second name is. She says, I really hope she is. It would be so normal. Because she isn't really a normal girl, because she comes from another planet. And that's what they don't understand. And they see this girl going into this junkyard, and they get out to investigate what's going on. And they discover this police box in the junkyard, and they see Susan going into it. Anyway, her grandfather, who's a doctor, comes out to meet them, and they get into a little argument with him because they don't understand the situation. They think something fishy is going on, and they hear Susan's voice coming from inside the police box, and they burst into it. And but it's at this point that they nearly faint because they say that this police box is bigger on the inside than what it is on the outside, and they can't understand how that can be. He thinks it must be a trick. Well, it is a trick, but it's not it's not a trick that humans can pull off because it's Gallifreyans. Gallifreyans know how to make things trans. What is it? Dimensionally transcendental, and the doctor the doctor explains to them that they're a time traveller from another planet, and this teacher Ian Chesterton, he's completely dumbfounded by this explanation. He says he doesn't believe that anyone could possibly travel through time. He says time doesn't go round and round in circles. You can't get on and off anywhere you feel like it. It just happens and then it's finished. But he's in for a bit of a surprise because the doctor won't let these two teachers go. Because he doesn't want to be gossiped about. He doesn't want people gossiping about his whereabouts, which is what he thinks these teachers will do if he lets them go. So he whisks them off into time and space to the time of the cavemen. So when this happens, they haven't got any choice but to accept his explanation. And Ian, the girl is called Susan Foreman, but that's just she just calls herself that, so she'll be accepted. They don't know what his name is. So that's why Ian Chesterton poses the question, Doctor Who, because they don't think he's called Dr. Foreman. They don't know what his name is. So the question of what the Doctor's name is has always been something that's been shrouded in mystery ever since the series began. That's why it's called Doctor Who. But that's anyway. The actor who plays that character has died now. Just before he's due to get a telegram from the King. Celestial Toyroom Extra Edition, regular series back with a bang after 3 year wait. Shooty Gatworth shined in his first series of Doctor Who. Space Babies. This is just a review of. I don't need to read it out. If I do this, you can pause the video and just have a read of what's written here, can't you? This is a review of the Devil's Code. Right. Have your say in DWS season, Paul. There's Boom. Boom. That's another story. I'm trying to get all this writing in so that you can pause the video and have a read of what's written. That's the next one episode. It's one story per episode now. It used to be years ago. It used to be 4, 5, or 6 part stories. It's just it's one episode per story now. 73 yards. The greatest boom ever bestowed on humanity. The Doctor who appreciated the mighty marks 40 years of the Caves of Androzani at Riverside Studios. If ever right, I don't need to read it out. I can just. I used to have Caves of Androzani on VHS video. It's the last episode of the Peter Davison era. He was the fifth Doctor. He used to have dressed up as a cricketer with a bit of celery on his jacket. See, none of them are normal, are they? They're all because they're not. You can't call them normal human beings because they're not human beings. They're Gallifreyans. So you can pause the video and read what's being written there, can't you? Letters to the editor. Dear sir, I recently had to. Oh, I don't need to read this out. You can. You could just pause the video and read what's written. So there's a Dalek there. There's a letter. Oh. There's another. I wonder if I could have a go at writing a letter to them. Jordan J wrote that one. A View from the Bull Ring. Maria Carlotta reviews The Capitol, Stephen Wonders. I don't need to show the entire contents of this magazine. If you're interested, there's Sophie Aldred there. She's one of the Sylvester McCoy with a Dalek. I don't need to show you the entire contents of this magazine. You can there's Colin Baker there. See, the Sixth Doctor with Perry and Ace. See, I don't need to show you the entire context of this magazine, or else it wouldn't be a review. Otherwise, it'll just be the entire contents of the. I'll just be showing you the entire contents of the magazine. More Daleks there. The article there, celebrating 40 years of the Sixth Doctor, Chris Macaulay looks back on 4 decades of Colin Baker's Doctor. See, there he is, with Perry and Mel, who's played by Bonnie Langford. She's back in it again now. Bonnie Langford's back in Doctor Who again. There he is again. Look. Why I love Revelation of the Daleks. So Elementary, my dear Doctor. Ian Wheeler chats to Martin Parsons, the director of an adaptation of the House of the Baskervilles, with who am I, whatever that word is. I'm not actually, don't know what the word means. It's not like a walking dictionary. Doctor Who Appreciation Society, Comic Reviews, the 15th Doctor, FCBD. See, I'm just showing you. I'm not. That's what's this at the back of it here? The new Doctor Who adventures compiled by Richard Unwin. Our team of intrepid explorers have been undertaking a journey too broad and too deep for the small screen. Their mission to read the Virgin New Adventures novels from beginning to end, to see how a group of relatively younger fans react to that particular slice of the wilderness years. This issue, they're looking at the second instalment of the Cat Cradles trilogy and the first book in the series to be written by TV script editor Andrew Cartwell. What's this? Cat's Cradle Warhead by Andrew Cartwell. Publication date April 1992. The place is alien. The time, the place is Earth. The time is the near future, all too near. Industrial development has accelerated out of all control, spawning dangerous new technologies and laying the planet to waste, while the inner cities collapse in guerrilla warfare. A dark age of superstition dawns as destruction of the environment reaches a point of no return. Multinational corporations and super rich individuals unite in a last desperate effort not to save humankind, but to buy themselves immortality in a poison world. If Earth is to survive, somebody has to stop them. From London to New York to Turkey, Ace follows the Doctor as he prepares finally to strike back. So, I've done a basic summary of the. I've not shown you the entire contents of it, but I've done a basic summary of the contents, and you can, if you become a member of the Doctor Who Appreciation Society, you can get this magazine delivered to your home 4 times a year for a fee. So. Yes, so it's just read this letter here. Dear CT, whenever there is a new Doctor, there will inevitably be cries that the show has lost its way, is not as good as it used to be, etc. You can practically set your watches by them, but we all know that the same fans have already watched this series a dozen times since it dropped an iPlayer at midnight. They will also have pre-ordered the Blu-ray box set novelisation in T-shirt because they hate this new version so much. Yes, Russell T Davies has taken some creative risks, but as long as it's exciting, a bit scary and totally bonkers, then it is unquestionably Doctor Who. I grew up watching the 4th Doctor, and he was the kind of hero every child dreams of meeting. If I was 8 years old now, would I be dreaming of adventures with the 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday? You bet I would. This is a TARDIS. This is what's happening? This is a TARDIS team for a new generation, and this new series will hopefully inspire even more to join the ride. The future of Doctor Who is safe in the hands of Ncuti Gatwa and Russell T Davies. I think I can get this review up to half an hour, I think. I'll read you another letter. Dear CT, Doctorless episodes of Doctor Who aren't new. Blink famously left David Tennant's 10th Doctor sidelined, while Human Nature, the Family of Blood, deconstructed the Doctor into John Smith. Now 73 yards, a rural horror led by Millie Gibson's Ruby Sunday approaches classic territory, all without Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor. He was in it at the beginning, but for the bulk of the episode, he wasn't present. In Wales, the Doctor accidentally breaks a ritualistic circle, a tribute to a man called Mad Jack, and suddenly vanishes. Ruby must solve the mystery amidst eerie folk horror reminiscent of the Wicker Man. A woman perpetually follows Ruby, first appearing at a pub where she unnerves the locals into fleeing upon speaking with her. The sequence pushes Doctor Who to the edge of its family-friendly boundaries, delivering an unsettling, tension-filled experience. Director Gillian Holmes Williams, known for Servant and The Devil's Harmony, creates an intimate, creepy atmosphere as Russell T Davies' script amplifying the tension through offbeat Welsh stereotypes. Millie Gibson shines throughout, delivering a nuanced, compelling performance that nearly makes us forget about Ncuti Gatwa's absence. The final third loses some momentum, straying from the initial horror but maintains enough intrigue from a twist ending. 73 Yards stars as a haunting episode proving Doctor Who can excel without the Doctor. So there is an element of occultism in 73 Yards. I think there is more occultism in Doctor Who now than what there's probably more occultism in Doctor Who now than what there ever has been before. Especially in this latest series. I've mentioned elements of occultism in Doctor Who in one of my previous discussions, but there's been more of it in this latest series than what there's ever been before. But you've had stories like the Satan Pit, and if you watch one of the recent discussions that have done, I'll bring out all the elements of occultism that there have been in the series in the past. But why doesn't I think Doctor Who was better years ago than what it is now, because there wasn't as much. It wasn't as tied up with the occult as what it is. Why doesn't the Doctor ever visit Ireland? Well, I don't have to show the entire article to you. If you're interested in reading this magazine, just join the Doctor Who Appreciation Society. This is a magazine this is the latest copy of their magazine that you'll be in for, and maybe you're in for a little treat.